Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Monday, August 11th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this would be a video for you. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. Ticker symbol number one, SOUN. Very nice mover today, and now we have ourselves a good solid pattern headed into next week. So let's get this pattern drawn into play here. And as I draw it, please don't think I'm trying to impress you or trying to think that this is some sort of great discovery. A lot of people have noticed this pattern, and I say that because when a lot of people are watching the same patterns and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some dynamic movement. So let's get the bottom part of the pattern there. Green for support. Bring that up a little more. There we go. And then just to make the pattern easier to see, let's keep it all one color here. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. We have the huge explosive move right there. And then for you golfers out there, try to make it a little bit more visual, put the golf hole down here. This would be a bull pennant pattern. Now, I wish I could say trading was this easy and that just because it was a bull pattern meant that for sure guaranteed it was going to go up. But that doesn't quite work that way. Now, is it valid to think that if the price consolidates, comes up there and breaks through it, that is certainly a valid scenario. But again, guaranteed, absolutely not. But certainly a rational suggestion to throw out there as a possibility. So if you like bull pennant patterns, definitely keep an eye on it for next week. Next one, ORIS. Pretty crazy mover today. And now we have an interesting scenario all based on the fact of things got kind of ugly, meaning the price gapped up, price came all the way up here, and then this is where things really started to take a turn for the worse. Dropped and dropped and dropped. And, when it gets down around here, it becomes a valid question to throw out there, is this a gap and trap? Was this some sort of pump and dump? And seemingly got the answer, and as of now, does not seem so because the price did at least start to go sideways. Now, let me be very clear, just because the price is going sideways does not mean that for sure guaranteed the pullback is over. My point here is that it's at least rational and plausible to suggest that. Case in point, let's just say that the price was still just dropping, and then I'm sitting here saying, hey, it's looking like this could be the bottom. You'd be totally justified to say, based on what? The price literally just dropping. But that's not the case here, right? It has at least started to go sideways. So again, does that mean that this is for sure the bottom? No, but does it mean it's at least rational to suggest that it could be? Absolutely. So moving forward, right here, 0.126 is going to be that key area of support. And if this is some sort of bottom in the price is going to try to curl back upwards. In my opinion, the key area of resistance to keep a close eye on is this resistance trend line right there. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, no doubt about it. Nasty move down, but with this sideways movement, is this the start of another potential curl back upwards? We'll see what happens. Next one here, BBAI. Going to go through this one quicker because you just heard me talk about this in terms of patterns, so I want to respect your time as much as possible. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. Again, green for support. And then just to make sure everybody sees the pattern, let's keep it the same color here. So we have our area of resistance. We have our support. We have the nice upwards move right there. We have the golf hole down here. So we're looking at another bull pennant pattern. So again, does that mean it's guaranteed to go up? No, but is it plausible to think that the price could find some upwards momentum if it can break to the top of that? Absolutely a plausible thought to have. Next one, SGBX. And this one I like because it's very straightforward. There's a couple of key dynamics, and maybe you already noticed probably what I might be talking about. But from a technical standpoint, two key levels that stand out like sore thumbs that you got to think a lot of people will be watching and that are important from the technical standpoint. So the first area when it comes to areas of resistance is this pink line up here, which is the very famous 200 period moving average. So if there is any sort of attempted move back upwards, key dynamic to watch from that angle is going to be right up there around 49.5 cents. Like I said, the current value of that pink line. On the flip side of things, in terms of areas of support, the main dynamic to watch moving forward is going to be the purple line down there, which is the famous 50 period simple moving average, currently valued at 0.337. So really, in all actuality, maybe this is just going to start to enter into some kind of sideways channel where it just chops around early part of next week between these areas. And that's a key possibility. But for you day traders and scalpers that like to kind of play that choppy range, that would be very good for you. But just from kind of an overall standpoint, you keep an eye on these are definitely going to be the two main technical levels. So we'll see which way the price ultimately decides to break. Next one here, AAPL Apple, and just an absolute beast the past few days. I mean, beautiful, beautiful uptrend, and it's really one pattern after another, and that pattern being these bull pennants. Now, I'm going to do this very crudely just to try to illustrate the point, but that is where we're at right now. Just one bull pennant after another. These previous bull pennants, you can see right there, got the breakout. Right here, got the breakout. Does that mean that that breakout for sure is going to happen? Absolutely not. But it is certainly a valid scenario to throw out there as a possibility, especially given the previous track record. And really, it's that straightforward right now. Apple, very strong uptrend. It's once again has another one of these bull pennant patterns. So it's just a question of, will history repeat itself? Will the bull pennant get the break to the upside and can continue on with the overall uptrend? We'll see what happens next week. Real quick, want to take a break and potentially help you solve a problem that is very common out there, and that has to do with the pattern day trader rule and the desire where people want to be a day trader, and I am defining day trader as having unlimited day trades every day, but they want to be a day trader, but they can't because of that pattern day trader rule. Well, there is a market out there, and there is something that you can do where there is no pattern day trader rule. The market's open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week, and quite frankly, the market moves very, very nicely, way better than penny stocks, way better than small caps or anything like that. And if you're a little skeptical, then just know that I put my money where my mouth is. And if you want to see it all in action, then I have been live streaming every day. I start at 11 a.m. Eastern. So you're more than welcome to swing by the live stream and watch exactly what I'm talking about and see it, see how it all plays out. But yes, at the end of the day, if you're sick and tired of that pattern day trading rule and you want to kick it to a curb and trade a market that is very, very smooth moving and has some great volatile action, then definitely check out the link that you see there, or just come to the live stream and check it out and ask me some questions. Next one here, TSLL, and once again, I'm going to keep things moving because I want to respect your time, but you've already heard me talk about this before. But yeah, we have another one of these patterns. Some days these patterns are all over the market. It's been a while since we've had a whole lot of them, but today is one of those days. So there's our support, there's a resistance, and let's just keep it the same color. So resistance, support, beautiful move up right there. Golf hole down here, we have ourselves another bull pennant pattern. Next one here, OPEN, very, very nice move on the day from where it was sitting midday yesterday to where it is right now. Good solid move. Now it's just a question of, can the price continue to show signs of progress, which I realize is just me saying words, show signs of progress. But that's the beautiful thing about charts is they allow you to take words and make them very visual. So when I say the sign of progress, quote unquote, let's call that $1.84. And this is just based on a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. And the reason why this is helpful and would show a sign of progress is, let's say this happens. Let's say the price comes down here, behaves like that, and then curls back upwards. What would you have in that situation? Well, you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have lows there. You'd have lows there. And if you envision each one of those as stair steps, what do you have? Well, now you have stair steps making progress in the upwards direction. And that's the name of the game. As nice as it would be for a price to go straight up all the time, that's not the reality of the markets. Yes, things pull back, but as long as pullbacks put in those higher bases, that's what you want. And that is what $1.84 is representing, that higher base, or in other words, showing signs of progress. In regards to areas of resistance, keep an eye on moving forward. Public enemy number one, going to be all about that purple line there, which you now know is that 50-period moving average, currently valued at 201. But overall, nice movement today. Let's see if the price can continue to show those signs of progress next week. Next one here, MRM, absolutely crazy mover this afternoon. And not a whole lot can be said other than just the ingredients are there to make you go, what are those ingredients? Well, from a trading standpoint, you want to see good solid volume, and you can see the volume came pouring in here this afternoon. And along with that, you want to see price movement. And yes, that's some good solid price movement. So that in and of itself, for many people, it's just, that's what I want. That's what I want to put stuff on my watch list. I don't really care about a pattern per se. I just want volume, and I want to see that the price can move. So if that's somebody like you, well, then here you go. Now, if you are looking for more technical levels, I'd say at this point, the key battleground to watch now moving into next week right here around $3.25 as that main area of resistance. And then as far as supports are concerned, I would say the key level right now that you'd want to see to hold above would be that $2.25 mark if it were to pull back more. Because even if it came down here and then it's something like that, again, from the bigger picture standpoint, when you think about just building higher bases, you'd still have a set of lows here, you'd have lows here, you'd have lows down there, and then you envision those as those stair steps. And again, big picture wise, you'd still have plenty of upside, stair steps in the bullish direction. But anyway, look at it. Great volume today. Very, very volatile stock. So if you like these circumstances, definitely keep an eye on it for Monday. Next one here, ticker symbol SBET. Another nice mover today. Put in some higher highs. And really at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. As long as this thing keeps on putting in the higher highs, keeps on putting in the higher lows, then that's where you end up with these, generally speaking, overall uptrend moves. And that is exactly what happened today. So as far as the levels of resistance moving into next week, pretty straightforward, not exact, but I'm going to just go ahead and call it right there at 25.30 because you can see right here the price actually went a little bit above it, but also right there the price didn't quite hit it. So I think that's a little good middle ground there. So key battleground going into next week, $25.30, as that's where the price, like I said, several times right here, struggled around that area, couldn't quite do it. Doesn't mean that the price can't push up above it, but as of now, and per the story that's being told to us for whatever reason, that is where the sellers have decided to kind of show up and hang out for the time being. In regards to areas of support, the ideal level of support, when you say, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest going forward? And that would be if the price could stay up here above 23.50, but if the price falls below it, not the end of the world, because from the bigger picture point of view, just watch a purple line right there, that 50 period simple moving average. Keyword being moving. So as time goes by, that line is going to move itself higher and higher. So if you want to just envision that as a trend line that's drawing itself for you, then overall, as long as the price is above the trend line, then the big picture standpoint, the price is still building those higher bases, and that's what ultimately matters most. Yes, definitely staying above that area right there in the short term would be best, but from the grand scheme of it all, as long as the price is above that purple line, then the price is still in an overall uptrend. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, and we talked about this pattern quite a bit, so why not end with it here as we go into the weekend, and we have right here area of resistance. Well, actually, this one's slightly different. Maybe we're getting into semantics here, but I would say this one's actually a little bit different. So we have our area of resistance, we have our area of support, we have the upwards move right here, and this would be technically a bull flag pattern. Now, no need to get in a fist fight with somebody if they're calling this a bull pennant. That's fine. The psychology and everything is the same. The psychology being that there is a big move up, and now there's a form of consolidation, with the key question going into the future of, will this consolidation ultimately yield for a bigger move in the upwards direction? So again, no need to pick a fight. If somebody wants to say that Tesla's in a bull pennant, that's fine. Just say, well, I think it's in a bull flag. But either way, nice movement today. Very nice way to end the week. So yes, will this bull flag lead to even more upside momentum next week? Grab your popcorn. So that wraps up the top 10 list. And again, if you want to become a day trader and have unlimited day trades every single day, trade in an amazing market that moves beautifully, then definitely check out the link that you see here on the screen. And if you want, because you're so skeptical and you have questions, then by all means, either leave those questions down in the description area, or in the comment section, or come to the live stream, check it out, and watch it play out right before your very eyes. Would love to help answer any questions that you may have. And again, I live stream every day starting at 11 a.m. Usually I go for a few hours. But like I said, if you subscribe and turn on notifications, then you'll know when I am actually live. So thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and make sure you hit that like button.